Hello, everybody. This is Cassie Oberg in Sealands Grove, Pennsylvania. I am here to do my little Wednesday little teaching moment. So I'm super excited. We are going to use the Revved UP collection, which I absolutely love. It came out and it has classic cars, which is perfect for my family since my daughter's first love is a 1969 Edsel. So lots of fun things I'm going to be able to do with that. But the technique I'm going to show you, you can use for classic cars, car shows, cute girls going to the prom in old cars, but you can also use it for your ATVs and your outdoor things and all kinds of vehicles. So anyway, let's just hop on over and I will show you what I mean. Okay. So the Revved UP collection is super cute. It has all kinds of cute card paper, but the main thing that I love about this are the embellishments. These are just little $5 packs, and you can do it with classic car. But if you're not into classic car, that's okay. For motorcycle people, we have something for you. And for the car racing people, which I live in a racing town, so that's really nice. We have something for you. And for those that like to go ATVing, we have something for you. So the way I'm going to show it is with the classic car embellishments, but you can switch to whatever brings you joy. So one of the many things I love about this. So let's just hop over to the technique. I'm going to show you the technique that allows you to do some crossroads, and we are going to make a page doing that. But I want to make sure that you understand that you could put a border as long as it doesn't fall off, like the confetti or the tire tracks, lots of them out there that don't fall off. You can do that anywhere on your page. You could just do a crease as long as you're only going to go in one direction. You could put it through the middle of your page, the top, you could put it down the side. So you could do the technique that I'm going to show anywhere at all if you're just going to go one direction. But what I'm going to show you is what happens when you want to go two directions. And that changes it up a little bit because you have to have a 2-inch space that you can skip. And when you have that 2-inch space that you need to skip, you also need to have an even number on either side. So if you crease it at 3 inches, it's going to punch on either side of here. And then 3 inches, it'll punch on either side of here. And that allows you to skip this. So you can do it for other numbers too. But you have to make sure you have an even number on either side of where you're at. So I hope that makes sense, but I will show you what I mean now because showing is usually better than telling. So this is my 12-inch trimmer, and I have a scoring blade in here. You got to make sure that you have the scoring blade to make this technique work. If you cut it off, that's not going to do it. And then you just want to pop in your border maker cartridge. And like I said, it can be anything that stays attached. So this is the Tire Tracks, but there's lots of fun things that stay attached. If it falls off, then it's actually going to cut right through your paper and that will no longer work. So to do the crossroads, like I'm going to show, you got to do it at 3 inches so that you have space on either side. And then you're going to turn it, and you're going to do it at 3 inches again. And I want it to go, let's see, I'm going to do it here, and I want it to go there. Okay, so we're going to do 3 inches here. So you want to watch where you want those tracks to go. Otherwise, you might end up with your paper going the wrong way. Okay, so then you're just going to fold it at your 3 inches. And what's really nice about this is because it's at 3 inches, it's going to hold it tight. Your magnet is going to hold tight to it. If I wanted to do it like this one, where I did it at 1 inch, then it's going to flop over. So you're just going to have to hold it still and make it happen because the magnet won't hold it for you. Okay, so remember with the border maker system, it lines up along the edge perfectly. So that's where you know, and you're going to kind of lock in and you're going to feel it lock. And then you're just going to move down your paper and punch right along that fold. So we're going to go all the way down for the first one. And then get these out of your way. And we're going to bring our paper over and we're just going to fold it in the opposite direction. And you'll see what I mean whenever we do the punch, why we had to do it this way and at a certain number, and why we couldn't just do it at, say, 1 inch and have it closer to the edge, because we wouldn't have room to make this little magical thing happen. So now, because we scored it at 3 inches, so it took 1 inch off there and 1 inch there, that means that we have 2 inches over here, and then we have 8 inches over here. So we just skipped. Did you see how I skipped it? I did the punch and then I skipped this spot. If I punched there, then it would make a little bit of a mess, right? We'd have stuff everywhere. So we're just going to bring this up through. And now we have the tire tracks going on either side. Now what you're going to do is you're going to bring this back over, and you want your cutting blade now. Grab this, and I'm going to go ahead and use the black shimmer, because the black shimmer will look really nice as a road. And you just want it to be a little bit more than 2 inches, because you want it to cover up that 2 inch border that we put there, right? So this is the side I would like up. Put this back under. And I'm just going to take and run my tape right here. Run it across here. And now we're going to put these down. Pretty simple. And you could put this right onto your page too if you wanted white to show through, or whatever color page you were going to use. It would really help if I made it straight. So as you can see, I made it crooked up there. Really silly me. Should have noticed that before I taped the other one down. And I flipped it because I didn't want to accidentally have to get any of that white showing through. So this was originally the side I had down, and it pulled up some of the paper, which it does if you use a lot of it. And there we go. Now we have our road showing through. So then the next thing I'm going to do is grab my trimmer, and I want to make some mats, and I want them to be 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, which is what I always think looks nicest when I'm matting my 4 by 6 photos. And with zooming in these days, I usually end up with a full 4 by 6 photo, sometimes 4 by 4 if I'm zooming in on something, but I use a lot of 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 mats. So all I did was I cut this into a 10 1/2 by 10 1/2 square. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to measure this over to 4 1/4. And then the fast and easy way to do this is to bring the front of this to 7 1/4, which puts your cut line at 6 1/4, and just cut up. I used to use little clips because I thought that made it go faster. And then I found that I was forever trying to remember where I put the little clips. And my good friend Meg Carpenter said, if I just start at the 7 1/4 with the cut blade at 6 1/4 and cut up, then I only have to do that twice, and it helps me remember, and I get it right every time. And I was like, oh, that's brilliant. I love it when I don't have to remember things, right? Okay, so we're going to bring this back over, and now we have some mats. And I'm going to put it there, and I'm going to put this one like through my road a little bit. So let's tape these down. And then I don't have my pictures printed yet from my daughter and my husband at the last car show. They are in my, I keep a whole grouping of photos in my cart so that when there's an incentive, I print them, and I didn't print them this last time. So what I do is, if I'm showing something off, I like to keep some of these mats. They're just 4 by 6 pictures. So if I'm going to show it on screen, my friend Pam taught me this. It just looks nicer when you put the thing there. And then, remember I told you that mine was going to be for classic cars. So I am going to go ahead and add a few of the things that I'm going to want on here. And a lot of times I take and I add my embellishments after I have put the pictures on, in case, see how that sticker goes up a little bit, but it's okay. I can just use a multi-purpose tool to peel that up whenever I go to do it. But add a few embellishments, and look at that, fast, fast, fast page, completely done. I might add a few more of these embellishments, but I want my pictures on there first. And I hope that helps. So you could do it for a birthday page. You could do it with confetti. You can do it for a car page with the tire tracks. So many fun ways that you can use this layout, and it's lickety split, super fast. So anyway, I hope that you learned something and had fun, and I will see you next Wednesday.